You ever wake up and realize your morning coffee is about to turn into a courtroom drama? That was my Tuesday. I'm not kidding, 7:45 a.m. Sun. Not even fully up, air so thick with humidity it felt like soup, and here comes the HOA cavalry. No kidding. A whole line of golf carts decked out like they were going to the Macy's parade banners, screaming community trail grand opening like this was a historic day. Meanwhile, my old iron gate is just sitting there holding the line private property. No trespassing. Big, bold, can't miss letters, but apparently that just makes it a bigger target. The lead golf cart pulls up, decked out in ribbons and balloons. Somebody's real proud of themselves. Driver's got that country club energy, HOA board member stitched on his shirt like that's a badge of honor. He starts jabbing buttons on my security keypad, then tries his phone number, then literally 1, 2, 3, 4. Which buddy? Come on. Nothing happens. Woman behind him, big visor sunglasses that probably cost more than my truck, yells, "Just cut through it like she's ordering a caramel macchiato." I swear before I can blink, someone produces bolt cutters because apparently HOA dues now buy you burglary tools. He swings clangs off the steel stands there, looking at his bent cutters like he's the victim. That clang man sounded like justice. So, hey, name's Marcus Stone, and if there's one thing I cherish, it's my privacy. My sunrise coffee on the porch, and the 7 acres of hard-won peace I carved out at the edge of Meadowvale Heights. A neighborhood where people think matching mailboxes and holiday lights are a personality. My driveway runs 300 feet across my land before you even hit the county road. It's been that way since the 80s. There's no secret, no gray area, just property lines and paperwork. But Victoria Peaton, our lovely HOA president, she of the lethal red lipstick and voice sharp enough to peel paint, decides her nature trail should run straight through my yard, saving the neighborhood 5 whole minutes on a sidewalk stroll. She runs the HOA like she's reviewing her troop's actual gavel personal assistant, the whole bit. If you don't clap for her ideas, she takes notes. It started with the emails. Your gate is a visual obstruction, Marcus, a psychological barrier. Please remove immediately for the mental health of the community. No kidding, that's the language she used. Then came the citations, wrong shade of green, too much security, unwelcoming atmosphere. My gate apparently traumatized people. Next thing, Victoria's personally taping mandatory access rights to my fence, using enough tape to gift wrap a pickup truck and sticking little orange flags in my grass like she's founding a new country population, her. Of course, I pull every flag, throw them in a box market. Evidence. Next morning, 6 a.m., she's back, stomping around, spouting legal terms to her assistant, loud enough for my cameras. Prescriptive easement, adverse possession. She made sure the whole thing was caught on tape. At HOA meetings, she starts telling folks my gate's blocking emergency vehicles, ignoring the actual fire department-approved emergency gate 3 blocks over, which nobody but the fire crew uses anyway. She whipped up so much drama, people were whispering that my selfish gate might kill someone. Truth is, the fire department has. My code always has. Not a single complaint in 15 years. But contractors start showing up, uninvited, measuring for a fence removal project. One even tried industrial bolt cutters, made sparks, destroyed his tool. Mumbled an apology to the tool as he left. That one still cracks me up. That one. Victoria wasn't done. Certified letters, each more aggressive, claiming the HOA's got historic access rights, which is hilarious since I owned my land before the HOA even existed. Then she schedules work crews to clear a path, tells them it's approved community business. They don't touch a blade of grass, but still. Here's where she goes. Nuclear schedules a full-on ribbon-cutting event for her trail, invites the local news, hands out laminated maps showing a path running straight down my driveway, through my backyard, past my dogs, through my garden, right over my late wife's memorial roses. I get a final notice by certified mail. Remove your gate by Friday or we'll take action. The legal-sounding fluff would fill a law school textbook. So I send her threats to the county planner, fire marshal, sheriff, and just for fun, the state attorney general. I attach my deed. The original subdivision plat, aerial photos, proof that this driveway has been private property since Reagan was in office. Friday, while I'm at work, her maintenance guy, Brad 20-something, should know better, hops my fence with a portable angle grinder. My 4K security cams catch every frame. Sparks fly, Steel laughs at him. My German Shepherd Duke goes full Terminator, and Brad ends up hiding in the rose bushes, looking like he lost a fight with a blender. Duke never bit him, just made it real clear the safest place was deep in the thorns. I call 911, active trespass, attempted destruction of property. Deputy Martinez rolls up just as Victoria arrives in her golf cart festooned with HOA flags, holding scissors big enough for a cartoon, dragging her own photographer for the HOA newsletter. Martinez reviews the tape notes. All the no trespassing signs, calls in the fire marshal. Fire Marshal Thompson, who it turns out has a history with Victoria's fire code interpretation, shows up, asks for her emergency access paperwork. Victoria waves a binder. Thompson waves the actual fire code, reads aloud. The county planner, Mr. Chan, arrives, checks his tablet, finds no record of any easement, just my legal access from 1987, plain as day. Right there, Martinez issues Victoria a criminal trespass. Warning cites Brad for attempted destruction and criminal mischief, a real charge, not just HOA slap on the wrist stuff. Fire Marshal Thompson slaps an orange notice on Victoria's cart, unauthorized access route, violation of fire code, $5,000 fine per day. I could have kissed the guy. Next week, the HOA sues me for obstruction, interference with common areas, and I kid you not, infliction of emotional distress on board members. I countersue trespass, harassment, defamation, slander of title violation of quiet enjoyment, and attorney fees. Discovery was a gold mine. My lawyer finds emails where Victoria writes, "If we just claim emergency access and make enough noise, he'll cave like they all do." Another difficult homeowners always fold when faced with the full power of the HOA. Board meeting minutes approving acquisition by continuous use, which for the record is not a real thing. Contractor invoices remove private gate, install HOA lock receipts for bolt cutters on the HOA card. In court, their attorney tries implied easement by community necessity. The judge laughs, actually laughs, and says, "Necessity for what, your yoga class?" My lawyer plays the security video, Brad the angle grinder, the fence jump, the rosebush smackdown, Duke's Oscar-worthy performance, and Victoria's victory banner. The courtroom starts out snickering, ends in dead silence as the judge reads the property plat, then lectures everyone about basic property law like he's teaching kindergarten. The ruling permanent injunction. HOA can't enter my land claim access, discuss my property at meetings, nothing but standard assessments. Ordered to pay for new security systems, including more 4K cameras, and cover my heritage rose bushes. My wife planted those 15 years ago. Oh, and repaint the gate, since Victoria called the color psychologically oppressive and visually violent in her court filing. Actual damages $18,000. Legal fees $47,000. Punitive damages $120,000 for what the judge called egregious malicious conduct demonstrating a total disregard for property rights and the rule of law. Victoria voted out of the HOA by unanimous decision. Turns out she exposed everyone to special assessments for the judgment insurance wouldn't cover it. Court also ordered her to do 200 hours of community service, specifically maintaining the real emergency gates she ignored under the supervision of Fire Marshal Thompson, who she once called an overreaching bureaucrat and enemy of progress. State Real Estate Board suspended her license for 6 months for lying about access rights. She stood there in her $1,000 suit, watching the judge read off the judgment, $167,000 plus ongoing legal fees, the look on her face, like a sandcastle hit by a hurricane. Her assistant later said Victoria actually fainted when her lawyer told her she might have to sell her vacation home to cover the damages. So yeah, sometimes the little guy with the stubborn gait and the traumatizing paint color wins. But let me ask you, where's the line between community and control? Should one person's vision bulldoze everyone else's rights? Ever had to stand your ground against the HOA mob? Drop a comment below. Tell me your war story or your opinion on what's fair. I want to hear it. And hey, if you ever find yourself up against an HOA with delusions of grandeur, don't forget, document everything, know your rights, and always invest in good locks.